to tell you about this really clever motion being brought forward in the Alberta legislature by Wildrose MLA Prasad Panda. The motion is just so crafty. It's formally known as Motion 505. Boring, right? Oh, no. It's awesome. Let me read 505 to you. It says, "Be it resolved that the Legislative Assembly urge the federal government to introduce legislation to phase in a ban on the import of oil from countries with a poor human rights or environmental record and develop strategies to facilitate the building of pipelines within Canada to ensure better prices for Alberta oil and security of supply to Canadian markets." This motion is not only a no-brainer when Albertans are suffering from double-digit unemployment and spiraling provincial debt, but it's just true. Our oil is ethical, safe, and it employs Canadians. Of course, we should be encouraging other Canadians to use Canadian oil first. And this motion is necessary. Foreign oil imports to Canada have gone up under the federal Liberals. We now import nearly 760,000 barrels of oil per day, with a full third of those coming from sexist, homophobic OPEC nations, hateful places. And aren't we constantly hearing that the Liberals and the NDP care about such things as sexism and homophobia? Isn't this crazy? We have the third largest oil reserves in the world, yet we are importing oil to the East Coast, in part because the federal Liberals won't go on the record to support the Energy East pipeline. Rachel Notley herself has refused to support Keystone XL, saying it ships Canadian jobs to Texas when we all know it doesn't. And Federal Natural Resources Minister Jim Carr has indicated he won't be lobbying for Keystone XL in Washington, saying, and I quote, "Canadians aren't going to go down there and tell state legislators what to do. They have their own process. We'll respect that," end quote. But there is another level of real political savvy at work here in Prasad Panda's motion. It's going to either force the NDP to alienate their radical environmentalist base when they have to agree that Canadian oil is the best oil, the safest oil, and the most ethical oil on the planet. Or the NDP will reject this motion, revealing themselves to Albertans for who they really are: fringe, oil-hating wackos. It's their call. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.